everyone, finally I'm back. This is Surisha, your vlogger for today, and welcome back to another video. So yeah, basically today this is the first time that I'll be uploading a video on my Facebook page, so I'm gonna introduce myself to you again. So let's gonna start with my full name. So my full name is basically my name on my Facebook account, which is Mohorisa Delgan Pangadil. And then my nickname is, okay, a lot of people used to call me in different ways. So my American friends used to call me Harisha, Rish, Harisa, and then my Christian friends in the Philippines used to call me Rish too, and then my Muslim friend used to call me Muhar, and then my parents and some of my relatives used to call me Mila Bay or Bay Mila or just Mila, and then my younger brother used to call me Valay. And that's because he can't pronounce like by Mila when he was too young, so he just ended up calling me like Kaka Valay. So yeah, and that's cool for me. Like, I mean, it's just okay if you address me in different kinds of like names. It's just totally fine. How old am I? I'm 21. Where do I live right now? I live in Illinois, USA. Okay, birthplace, I was born in Barangay Kulambog, Municipality of Sultan Sabarungis, Province of Maguindanao, Philippines. Yeah. Things you do in life. So I'm a student. I'm a political science student focusing on international law and politics, and I'm also working as a front desk assistant. Yeah, so a working student. Okay, so let's jump into the question. I feel like I don't have the energy right now because literally, guys, like my exams in my major classes literally just consume my brain cells, and I feel like my like 0.01 brain cells is now like just gone, and it's totally just like an air in my head right now. I don't know how do I make it right now, or like how did I ended up making this video this time, because all I know, I don't have a good mind right now and I can think so well, but yeah, I ended up like just having this video, so yeah. Okay, so first question. Okay, first of all, I posted in my Facebook account. You can just ask me anything, or yeah, ask me anything and I'll answer it on my vlog, or like you can ask me of what did you want to know more about me, or kind of like what do you want me to share. So these are the questions that you guys told me to share and answered to all of you. First question is, how old are you when you first went to USA? I was 17 years old when I came in USA. That was way back 2017. Yeah, April 2017. And now I'm 21. But I went back to the Philippines and then went back here again. What is your favorite thing to do? Okay, there are two major things that I used to love and I do enjoy a lot. And first, it's reading. I can literally spend my 24/7 just reading. And then writing, I also enjoy writing. Aside from reading, I do love writing, but not at all times. But when I'm in a good mood, I usually write stories. Yeah, so that's the two things I usually enjoy the most. What do you think that makes people successful? So I am not an expert and I'm not also a successful person to answer these questions, but basically I was thinking of like hard work, prayer, and then self-confidence. And I feel like it makes you not like, I'm not really confident saying that it would make you successful, but you know, at least it would lead you into a better future. Yeah, kind of like that. And then number 4 is, how does it feel to become an international student? Okay, I am so glad because it's a once in a lifetime opportunity. I'm so happy that after all, I'm living my life right now independently, not 100%, but still I could treat it as independently because I'm not with my parents, you know, and I'm also working for myself to help myself financially. And then another side of it was, it's very challenging, like, you know, my parents is not here to like just give me a comfort every time I feel lonely, but I don't okay, so I don't have like a frequent communication with my Filipino family, but most of the time I communicate with my American family because they used to live in different states, so we don't see each other every day. So yeah, it's really challenging, but at the same time it's fun. It's fun to interact with a lot of people, with other international students too, with other American students, and it's just so good in Philippines that you're living the life that before you're just dreaming, you know. So yeah. How would you know if something is worth taking a risk? Okay, so to be honest, I don't know if everybody would agree, and you don't have to, but I feel like something is worth to take a risk if you just feel it on yourself. I am the type of person that I love taking a risk, even just like I saw like just like 0.01% I will gain something on it, or this is something that would benefit me, I would really grab that opportunity. And to tell you just a short story, one of the example for that is like studying here internationally without my parents. So my parents is like full of doubt. Before I went here, they will be like, who's gonna take care of you when you get sick? We're not there for you. But I was like, no, I really see myself living here in the US, studying here in the US, spending my life in the US. This is my dream country ever. This is where I want to spend, like, I'm not saying the rest of my life, most of the time, especially my college life. So yeah, everything is unsure when I move in here, but right now I'm still fighting, and I feel like that's one of the examples that I can give to you as something that is worth to take a risk. If you see that you're gonna have something on it, you're gonna learn something on it, then go grab it. Yeah, I feel like you don't have to like ask a lot of people and see if the society would agree on you for doing that. But if you see like, oh, I'm gonna be happy with it, and it's really worth to take a risk, then go girl, grab it. I talk a lot. Things you miss in the PH in the Philippines: my family, my friends, my relatives, and most of all, foods, specifically street foods and local foods, especially a home cooks. By Ina, I really miss it. Favorite season and why? I do love fall, and that's because everything is just colorful. I love seeing the trees turns like leaves of the tree turns into to yellow or kind of like brown or like orange. I don't know how to describe the color, but yeah, everything in the ground looks so colorful, and I love it because I love taking a picture. um I love, like, at first I love winter because that's something that we never experienced in the Philippines. So it was like I just love winter, but it ended up like, no, not really. But I don't get bored in winter, or it's not like I hate it, I love it too. But it's just like fall is just literally my favorite, and summer is like I love it too. But you know, I've spent most of my time in the Philippines. I was born there. Like, it's like a whole year is like a summer. So let's get rid of that. Let's just gonna go on fall. Next question is, describe yourself in 3 good words. Mm, 3 good words? Are there any 3 good words for me? Okay, let's start with confident. Yeah. Um, Optimistic. Like, though a lot of things is getting so negative and I'm surrounded with the negative things, I still think positive. I've never lost hope. So yeah. Next word is hardworking. Yeah. Though I'm just too tired, like, and there's a lot of things to do, I always made it, and that's it. Okay, describe yourself oppositely. I Okay, something like negative things about me. I am moody. You're gonna see me. I don't know if it's something that negative for you guys, but I was like a minute ago you're gonna see me smiling, and then after that you're just gonna end up seeing me like, I'm too emotional. And then second one, I'm too emotional. And for me that's kind of, I don't know if that's negative, but I consider it. I can think of anything, so I'm just gonna say that. Second is I'm too emotional. I can easily just get cried out of like a small things, and even just a drama can make me really cry. So yeah. um, Third is, oh, I can't think of anything, but I know there's a lot of negative things about me. But third is like, there are times where I curse a lot, but I don't mean like a bad like things, or like I really curse because I want to curse somebody, but it's just an expression. But I know a lot of people wouldn't find someone as a good person if you curse a lot, and I just don't know, but I just gonna say that. I talk a lot. When do you become an ARMY? So for the information of everybody, ARMY is the name of BTS fandom. So I become an official ARMY last year, just 2020. But I used to know them like earlier, like around 2017 or like 2018, kind of like that, because my niece is literally obsessed with Blackpink and also with BTS. So she always dance, and I always watch her. She always watch BTS and then Blackpink videos, so I kind of like, oh, I like it too, because I am a big fan of EXO way back 2015 or like 2014, like super duper. I'm obsessed with them. And then I tried watching BTS that time when my niece watched it, and then when I moved in here to US, I was like, girl, you found the right like group to stand. That's it. Why do you stand them? I mean, there's no question about it. Why not? Like, a group who's gonna tell you to love yourself, to speak for yourself, to know your importance, to speak against violence, to speak against bullying. Man, that's lead. That's a lot, right? So, and a lot of people try to say like, okay, I know I am a Muslim. Yeah, I consider myself a Muslim, although I am an imperfect Muslim, and a lot of people like, Muslim doesn't idolize people. I mean, dude, I'm not like, I'm always separating my things, like my personal things, to the way I idolize them. I'm not idolizing them as my god, dude, no. But basically, I need an inspiration in my life to keep going. I need an inspiration in my life to have the energy, to have the courage, to, to comfort myself. I need that. And dude, I also pray 5 times a day. And that's a two big different things of my life. When I pray, I stop thinking about those. Like, really. And then when I watch them, when I idolize them, when I keep praising them, I'm not treating them as my God. Dude, no. Like, literally, no. Know how to separate things. Okay? Okay? Okay. Next, what is the impact of BTS to you? Okay. What is the impact of BTS? It's hard to think of it because there's a lot. It taught me to become more open to other people. I'm not saying I'm the kind of person like they're too picky to the person I would talk to on social media, especially kind of like a stranger. But this BTS just taught me like, regardless of what the background of the person, regardless of who they are, just make them feel welcome to you. Talk to them, listen to them, and also learn to share your story to them. Not to brag about your stories, but to inspire them. And another one, as I keep saying in my videos, the best impact of them is like, I mean, I do that, but they told me that I am doing the right thing. And that is, I always speak for myself. Before I was like, I'm always doing that, but it's like, they encourage you to do that more and more. To love yourself, that is the biggest thing. Because, I mean, I used to give loves with a lot of people, to my family, to my relatives, to my friends, and sometimes I just forgot to love myself. I am always afraid to say no to other people because I'm always afraid that they're gonna judge me. I am always afraid they're gonna say, oh, you change a lot, girl. Like, why you're not helping us this way? Why you can't? You should. But BTS taught me to love myself. And I think one of the way to love myself is at least to know when will I say no, because sometimes people would just really abuse you. And if you just let people to abuse you, then dude, where's the love for yourself? You should give time for yourself too. Saying no to others is a way of loving yourself, and that's something that I've learned to BDS. And to be honest, just a short story. This is not a question, but I probably told you about this in my previous video. But if this is your first time to watch my video, and I'm gonna share it with you guys. Um, I started BTS because at first I watched like Namjoon's video or like a speech for UNICEF, and that's where I learned to speak for yourself and then like love yourself. And I was like, man, this is the leader that I want to see in a K-pop group. Like, you know, he speak for all of us, you know. And then because at first I was like, why do these men looks just the same, especially Jungkook and Taeyang? They really look like the same, and I don't know like which is which, who is who, kind of like that. But dude, when I stunned them, I was like, man, even just I close my eyes and just listen with a simple expression of them, I could literally know them. Yeah, so that's it. That's a long story. I'm sorry for that. Next is, oh, what genre of books do you usually read? I love motivational books. Okay, online I used to read like kind of like a BL series stories. And then I used to write a BL series, kind of like BL series too type of things. But when it comes to like reading in my own books, I used to love reading motivational books and the real life stories, which is very inspiring because I love getting a quote from there. Because every time I see like an important line or kind of like a line that would describe my life, I was really like taking note of, and I was like, girl, you find the story that is right for you. Yeah. Next is, how do you do your fashion or select your clothes? Okay, a lot of people ask me about this, and I know it's not because like I'm good in fashion or they see me as a good in fashion, but a lot of people saying like, how do you become so confident of what you wear, like despite of it's like just simple, you know, it's just basically you can just see it with anybody just wearing it. I was like, if you were comfy about your clothes and if you're confident about it, then that's it. That's how I select my like clothes every day. Or if I'm taking a picture, probably like ahead of time I was really thinking of like, okay, this is what I want to wear, this is what I want to wear. Or if I see someone wearing that kind of like things, and then I don't have that, I usually like think about it, or okay, how could I something like remake it in my own version, kind of like that. Because I really love photography. So I usually experiment with my clothes kind of like that, or try things out like, okay, this is good, this will be good for me, and this combination of clothes will be good, so kind of like that. And regardless of what people might say to my fashion, I just always feel confident about it because that's me, that's my decision. I picked that one and I feel like, oh, this is good for me. So if you feel good for yourself, if you feel like, oh, I love this look of me, so that's it. That's how I did it. So if you find yourself like, oh, I really don't like feel comfy about my clothes, and I don't really think so if that's something that is good for you, but as long as you feel comfy and you feel like, ooh, I like it, so that's it, girl. Pick that clothes. How do you write stories? Okay, how do I write stories? To be honest, I always find time writing a story. So I first like write all my assignments first. I did it all because I don't want something to bother me. And then I went to a very quiet place, at least get some coffee if I wanted. I'm not like a coffee lover, but if I'm writing a story, I just want to have like some coffee, because I'm always like kind of sleepy, so coffee makes me sleepless, kind of like that, and more energized. And then I look into something like near the window, or if not, at least like in front of me. It's just like good and not messy. And then I'm listening to a music. That's the key. I'm listening to a music, and I'm always listening to Moira's songs, because I feel like if I'm stuck in the middle of my story and then I heard the lyrics of the music, I was like, oh, okay, I know how will I continue it. So yeah. Are you still afraid of rat? Yeah, that would be my forever fear, and I have a phobia on it. Like, to be honest, I couldn't even touch like a toy rat. I couldn't, and anything that looks like a rat, I couldn't touch it, and even a picture of rat, I couldn't. I couldn't like watch it in the video kind of like that, because I'm having a goosebump, and I literally cry and freak out every time like a rat comes near me. I'd rather hold a snake or any kinds of animals like a spy spider. Like, I could literally just hold like a lot of spider as long as it's not venomous, and a snake which is not venomous, or any animals as long as it is not rat. Like, I promise I'm gonna be dead if you throw a rat to me. Because one time my classmate used to throw like a rat, like kind of like it was gonna stick on your clothes, and it's too small and I couldn't see it, and it just stick on my back, and I was like, man, I do feel it, and I just literally just freaked out and just ended up crying, and they were like, sorry, I told you, I'm so much afraid of it. Oh, how to learn speaking English. Okay, so I don't know like a lot of tips, but basically, how do I learn? When I was a kid, I used to start reading an English books. I feel like I started reading an English books when I was in third grade, and that's it. I keep getting a books from my school. I really stole it. I mean, I didn't actually stole it, but I was like, can I borrow it? But and when I was in elementary, it's not like I studied in public school, and it's not like everyone would just check if you get in your books back or not. So I just literally get in the bookshop of my advisor, and then bring it at home, and didn't like bring it back. I kept reading it every single day, and then also I I I'm not afraid to like have mistakes talking to other people. I always use English before in talking to others, not because I want to brag about it. It's not because I want to show people that I can speak English, but it's just that I want to train myself through. Sometimes, like, reading would really be a helpful way for you to learn speaking English, especially when you started in a young age. Because when you read, or like when you heard that word from the books that you read, from the story that you have read, you would literally be like, oh, I feel like I'm familiar with this word. So what I've always done when I was a kid is, like, if I'm reading English, I always ask my elder sister, or like I always consult into the Webster, or kind of like a dictionary of what's the meaning of the word that I used to read. So yeah. And then never be afraid to like get like mistakes when speaking English, or like, because I myself is not perfect. I'm always bad in grammar, but I keep like speaking. I literally accept that I am not the type of person that I give too much focus on my grammar, kind of like that. As long as I can express my thought, it's okay for me. I mean, it's a different thing when I'm writing my academic. I always like consider my grammar, but and just talking to other people, I'm too informal, kind of like that. So yeah, basically, how to learn is something like you just have. It's not just like reading, or like telling yourself that you're gonna learn about it, but speak. You have to speak it with other people in the right place, kind of like that. So yeah, watch Korean dramas with an English subtitle. Dang, I'm telling you, it's really helpful thing. Or you could just literally watch like an American movies or dramas, and then with an English subtitle too. I'm telling you, it's really helpful. And then last question. It's not a question. 3 best words you can give to me. Okay, to you guys, to you. Okay, 3 best thing today or tonight that I can give to you is like, never give up. Like, never give up. No matter what happened, keep on fighting. I always love the quote, if you get tired, then it's not bad to take a rest, but never ever quit. But there is an excuse. If you feel like it's weird to like just not just like take a rest, but to really quit out of it, it's totally fine. At least you have the best reason, and you find the best path for you that you want to take. because sometimes we always generalize it like, okay, it's not bad to take a rest but never quit. But you know what, I just realized that there is something that we could, it's really inevitable to quit that thing, and we don't have the choice but just to quit it because we feel like it is not something that for us. This means it is not really for you. And then if you find another ways, a better ways for you, and that you feel like God or Allah destined it for you, then go for that. It's not bad to start at the very beginning. If you feel like, oh, I'm almost there, but I really can't enjoy it, I don't see myself there, maybe I was just confused when I started it, then if you want to go back to the start, I mean, I'm not encouraging you, but man, enjoy something that you want to do. Life is too short. Do something that makes you smile and makes others smile too. Again, never give up. Okay, that's it. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this long video of mine of introducing myself or answering your questions, and I do enjoy it, though I'm not really on a good mood tonight, I mean. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. Sukran everyone, and see you next time. And I'm not promising you, but I will do my best to do more content like study tips, things you want to do when you want to get some relaxation, how to enjoy reading, how to enjoy writing, how to write, kind of like that, and to share more experiences with you guys about my life here in the Northern Illinois University. Yeah, I am so excited sharing you about that. Okay, bye everyone.